The ABCD pattern is a very popular pattern when it comes to trading. Now, in this video, I'm going to be teaching you Elliott wave pattern step by step. So if you're a complete beginner or you have been trading before, you want to learn this pattern, you can implement it in your trading. It is simply support turning to resistance or resistance turning to support. It simply means that if price breaks a particular level, it will come back down to that level to make it the next support or the next resistance. Now, quickly, I'll be going to my computer and showing you how to use the Elliott wave pattern. Stick around to the end of this video. Hello guys, so welcome inside of my screen. Now what I'm going to be teaching you is called the ABCD pattern, or also known as the Elliott wave pattern, right? Elliott wave pattern. So it has its own indicator on like trading view, right? So if you go to trading view, see this place where they put ABCD pattern, right? You can see it here. So they have other patterns as well, but this one is like, it's a very common one. So let me just explain what it is basically, right? So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Trader Chris and this is my 4th year of trading. Quickly, please do me a favor and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Alright, so guys, this is how Elliott wave pattern work, right? Now you see this level from this point to this point. From here, this point here is called the point A. So let me be marking it. This level is called the point A. Point A, and here is called the point B. Point B, and this point is called the point C, right? Now let's assume that this market is going up, right? So I'm also going to be taking you to my live chart so you can see. Let's assume this market is going up, right? So, and in an uptrend you see something like this. So this point will be called what? The point. Here is point A, B, C. Here will be the point A, B, C, D. Here will be the D, and this point to the downside will be the point E. So what we trade as trader is point E to F. So this point will be the point E, right? This point here will be point E. So what we are focused on is point E to F, right? This is point E. So the next level will be point F. So point A, B, C, D. That's why it's called the ABCD pattern, right? This is point A, point B, point C, point A, point B, point C, point D, point E. So E at this point now, that's where you enter your trade. Let's say it's a buy, right? You enter at this point here. So now this is like a confluence, right? It's part of a confluence. It's not, you don't just use it because, oh, you just see an Elliott wave pattern. You have to see other things as well. That place have to be key level. That place have to, like, you understand? You have to have a defined edge, a defined strategy. So this is just part of the whole 100% strategy. Do you understand? This is like 30% of what you need to see. So now at this point, you see the market move from this point now, which is point E, to point F most of the times. So if I'm to take this Elliott wave pattern from here, the Elliott wave ABCD pattern, this point here, if you draw it now like this, point A, right? Point A, this B, this will be C. See, this will be point D, right? So now the reason why it's like this, point A, B, C, D, then E will be somewhere here. So this is not like the complete pattern. A is somewhere here like this. So this pattern is not complete. A is somewhere here like this. And then F is, because we trade, this is how we trade it, right? F is somewhere here. Point F. So this is how you know a trend. So now to see continue. So I'm going to be using a real life chart example for it. So this is Educative Monday. So let's go to my chart. So quickly, now look at this particular chart, right? This is JPY. Now using the same illustration I give on this particular chart, right? So we understand that here is point A. This point, let me delete this stuff first. Let me delete all these things. Now, using that Elliott wave pattern I taught you guys just now, right? We understand that, oh, this point, or rather this point here is point A already, right? Here is point A, here is point B, right? Here is point, because from point B to C, here is point C, and here is point D. So this point now is point F, point E rather. Here is point D. This is the same point, right? Now, what the illustration like Elliott wave pattern is simply support or resistance turning to support. Like for this, it is resistance turning to support. You see, there was a resistance here. That at the same level that there was resistance. Then you now see a support at that the same level. You see, the level came down. Now, like this, I said that this level is not just the only thing now. And note, I said something that this is just a confluence, right? It's not just the only thing you used to say, oh, this market is going up. Like this, I can see a chart pattern, the double bottom chart pattern. The market move up, fell to that the same point, and then continue going up again. Do you understand? This is already a chart pattern, and this is Elliott wave pattern already. So you can see two patterns on one particular chart. So if you have to buy from this point and make your stop loss below here, and then your take profit is somewhere here, this will be a good trade, right? This will be a good trade. So something like this, and your stop loss is somewhere here, right? Your take profit is somewhere here. So this already is a good trade. Do you understand? So this is how Elliott wave pattern simply works. Now, as you can now see now, the market is moving down, right? But the most important thing is you understanding market structure in general. The market is moving down. You know that yes, there's a level here. So at this point now, we might want to see a bounce to the upside a little bit, and then before it break below this, before the market breaks below this stuff, and the market breaks below this stuff, you can see that oh, the market is falling, it's coming down to this point, right? So this one will now look like a chart pattern on its own. Generally, this like this will be like a pattern on its own. It's called the head and shoulder pattern, right? Why this is the first shoulder, the head, and if the market do something like this, here will now be the second shoulder, right? And then the market start coming down. I'm just saying, you know, the market can also do something like this, whereby it will decide to like break above this resistance. Do you understand? Break above this resistance, it's up to the market. So I believe you understand how Elliott wave pattern work, and I believe this video was helpful. If this video was helpful, I want you to like this video, comment something so that the algorithm will push it to more traders so they can see it as well. My name is Trader Chris, and for those of you that want to learn how to trade one-on-one from me, you can use the first link in the description to reach out to me, and I'll be glad to help.
And today I really enjoyed today's class because it's just like I learned a lot. For this team, it just show me exactly how the market be.
Okay.
I learned this thing. It's like this is just be like practical.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed today's training, honestly.